Hello again, everybody. Bo James here with another big episode of the Best of Southern States Wrestling, where we dig into the vault, into our vast library of events and television programs of the last 30 years. It's hard to believe Southern States Wrestling's been here for 30 years. We're going to do that today. We're also going to tell you about some upcoming events. We're going to tell you about what you can see on the Southern States Wrestling Network. You only get to see a little bit of it here on the Best Of, but you can watch full TV programs, full events, and there's a lot of great action there on the Southern States Wrestling Network. We're going to talk about that just in a moment, but I want to thank everybody that came out to the Gray Block Party Summer Bash for Southern States Wrestling there at the Appalachian Fairgrounds. It was a great night of action. It was an emotional night. We kicked the night off with an appearance by my grandnephew, Waylon. And if you follow me on social media, you know about Waylon and I's bond, and you know that Waylon is in love with professional wrestling. We then went on to have a special tribute to those that we have lost in the last year from our little family here, from our promotion of Southern States Wrestling. We presented the original Southern States heavyweight title belt to the man that first won it, talking about Crunch the Equalizer, my dear friend, my brother. We presented that belt to his kids and grandkids there, and then we had a great night of action-packed, hard-hitting wrestling. You're going to be able to see this event in its entirety on the Southern States Wrestling Network here just in a few days, so make sure you check that out. Southern States Wrestling network.pivotshare.com. Now let's talk about what's new on the Southern States Wrestling Network from our vault, and I'm talking about the Southern States Wrestling television programs from July of 2002. In June and July, we made an agreement to start working with Iron Ring Wrestling, another promotion here in the Tri-Cities, and we put on the big event for the summer there in Kingsport, part of Fun Fest, the big annual citywide festival. And here's something from the very first TV with Iron Ring Wrestling and Southern States Wrestling together. A man with a long history in Southern States Wrestling, tag team champion, junior heavyweight champion. I'm talking about Eddie Golden, the Wild Thing, Eddie Golden, as he battles a man making his debut in Southern States Wrestling ring, and he would go on to become a Southern States Wrestling heavyweight champion and tag team champion. I'm talking about Jesse Taylor. Let's take a look at it from July TV 2002, Eddie Golden versus Jesse Taylor.
Bell's gone. This matchup's underway as we've got a couple of tremendous competitors in here. Jesse Taylor and Eddie Golden to start this one off. And we're joined at ringside by a couple of representatives of Iron Ring Wrestling. And Mike, I tell you what, we got a great matchup in the ring.
We sure do. Jesse Taylor against Eddie Golden. Eddie Golden, part of the Golden family, and I tell you what, this is going to be a tit-for-tat match right here. This Jesse Taylor, Joe, he's a fine athlete too. We're going to see a lot of great wrestling action here in this match.
And Mr. Eldorado Reigns, we've been joined here at ringside by you and one of your associates. If you'd want to introduce this gentleman that's joined us here at ringside.
Well, what you have here is the one and only Mr. Excitement, Jeff Tankersley. And probably designated as probably one of the best wrestlers.
I ain't got time to listen to what you got to say. We got some issues to talk about. I don't know what this deal is. I'm saying the Southern States Wrestling. I feel like I'm a lost child, you know what I'm saying? You got people like Bo James running around here who thinks he's the king of Kingsport. And down the ring, Eddie Golden. And something's happened between me and Eddie Golden. A long time down the road together, and now he's turned his back on me, and something's going to have to happen tonight.
Hey, brother, it's not the time or the place. This is a family business.
All right, I tell you what, controversy coming right in with Iron Ring Wrestling. Apparently, Mr. Tankersley here has had some problems with Eddie Golden as he and Jesse taking a moment here after a great exchange of wrestling. Mike, I tell you, Iron Ring Wrestling, Southern States Wrestling working together, fireworks are already happening.
Fireworks has already started, Joe, right here at the commentary table, and I tell you what, it's one of the biggest things that's ever happened to wrestling in the Tri-Cities area. And it's going to be big, but we might see more fireworks than we know about, Joe, in the weeks to come.
I tell you what, we got almost a pinfall right there in the ring. Oh, my! Jesse Taylor responds with a huge clothesline right there, taking Eddie Golden down. I tell you what, both these competitors coming to us from Iron Ring Wrestling, and both tremendous young competitors. I know I've seen both of them in the Ring Wars before. And Mr. Tankersley, I understand you're the heavyweight champion, Iron Ring Wrestling?
The national heavyweight champion, RW, but now we're sitting in the Southern States. I don't know what's turned around Eldorado's mind. Ken Bowles calls up. Bo James. I don't know who else going on with this organization right now, but the thing about it, I'm here to take care of some business, and I'm here to liven things up.
Brother, you listen up. We've known each other for a long time. You know I got a plan. You know I got a plan. You know I got a plan. Sit down, relax, stick with the plan, brother. It's all family. It's all family business.
I tell you what, these guys have got some plans. We've got a tremendous match in the ring. Southern States Wrestling, Iron Ring Wrestling working in conjunction. Folks, the only thing I can tell you for sure, you don't want to miss a single night when we come to a town near you. And I know July 17th, we're going to be near everybody in Kingsport at the Civic Auditorium.
Oh, the Kingsport Civic Auditorium, it's really going to be hot that night, July 17th, Joe, with the Fun Fest event, Iron Ring Wrestling and Southern States together. Man alive, we've been on some big matches there together, but this is going to be big, brother.
No doubt about that. Of course, the announcement made in the last segment, Sherry Martell will be taking on Brandy Alexander for the ladies' U.S. title on the line in that contest, and lots more announcements, I'm sure.
Brandy's in trouble. Brandy's in trouble. I'm going to talk to Sherry. Brandy's in trouble.
Jeff Tankersley there saying that Brandy is definitely in trouble. He's going to talk to Sherry. Tell you what, tremendous match in the ring. We don't want to take away from it for a moment, though. Jesse Taylor and Eddie Golden going at it here. Jesse's got Eddie controlled at the moment with a reverse chin lock a la nose pull, and Eddie grounded at least for the moment, Mike.
I tell you what, Joe, Jesse Taylor's putting on this big hold to him. He's got on the front face lock now. He drops down to the mat, and now he picks one Eddie Golden up. This Eddie Golden, he's tough, Joe. He comes out of the Golden wrestling family. Jimmy Golden, I know you're very familiar with him, but this Jesse Taylor, he's got an ego, Joe.
No doubt about that, Mike. Both men tremendous competitors. As Taylor now moving back in on Eddie Golden. Oh, caught him with a series of hard boots right to the midsection as Golden is grounded, at least for the moment. Fans, we do want to remind you to be sure to join us this Friday night. That's this coming Friday night. We're back in Bristol at the National Guard Armory, so you want to be sure to join us this coming Friday in Bristol at the National Guard Armory. Eddie Golden taking over now on Jesse Taylor. Eddie looks like he's going up to the top rope as Mr. Tankersley and Mr. Raines here exchanging some words. Eddie just hit a tremendous splash off the top rope. This could be it. But Jeff Tankersley's on his way to the ring, Mike.
Mr. Excitement's hitting the ring right now, Joe, and I tell you what, he cold-cocked Eddie Golden right there.
This is it. There's your 3 count. Jesse Taylor's your winner with the help of Jeff Tankersley. And hold on a minute, the ring's filling up with wrestlers. They're going after Eddie Golden. What's going on here, Mr. Raines? What's happening?
I've already seen what I need to see tonight.
I tell you what, Eddie Golden is taking a beating here at the hands of 3 or 4 guys. Jeff Tankersley, the IRW heavyweight champion, along with Jesse Taylor, they are teaming up on Eddie Golden, and they are putting a hurting for certain on Golden. My, oh my, Mike, I tell you what, things are exploding, no doubt about that, and Eddie Golden's a victim.
Joe, I tell you what, the ring filled up there very quickly with IRW competitors, and they just wore Eddie Golden out. It was a great match, Joe, but I tell you what, Mr. Excitement Jeff Tankersley just headed in there, and he interfered there and took care of business.
No doubt about that, Mike. If you want to go catch an interview with these guys at ringside, I'm sure they got something to say.
There you saw a great match between Eddie Golden and Jesse Taylor, and Jeff Tankersley and his thugs had to get involved, and anywhere Jeff was at, he always had to get involved in something. He wanted attention all the time. He always wanted all the cameras on him and all the attention on him. And you're going to be able to see here on the Southern States Wrestling Network some other underhanded stuff that he did in July and August. And the August TVs will be up here just in a week or so. So make sure you check out the Southern States Wrestling Network. Now here's a word about the SSW Network with just some of the people that you can see on our network. I've been saying it for a while. We're working on it. There's going to be a new ad for the Southern States Wrestling Network coming up very soon. I promise you that. Now let's talk about something else here. If you don't know, if you've not checked it out, patreon.com/King of Kingsport. Only $2.99 a month. I do 2 very special podcasts there every month, talking about the history of SSW, talking about my life in professional wrestling, special guest interviews sometimes, and some special audio of classic East Tennessee wrestling history that you may have never heard. So check that out if you have not already. Patreon.com/King of Kingsport. Now let's talk about something else. We're talking about the TV here, 2002. Let's talk about current television that you can watch in our part of the world. World Fighting Showcase. Watch them each and every Saturday. If you're up in the 2 Virginias, you can watch them on the Bluefield, out of Bluefield on the 2 Virginia CW Saturday morning at 6 o'clock. If you're down here in the Tri-Cities Media Market, you can watch them every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on the Tri-Cities CW. See me, Brian Logan, Wayne Atkins, Murphy Coxtigan, David Anthony, a whole lot of others, the Heat Seekers, and the list goes on and on. A great wrestling program. Make sure you check it out. And let's talk about this coming Saturday night, July the 31st. We return. All-Star Wrestling returns to the Dublin, Virginia area, Dublin, Virginia, for the New River Valley Fair. We didn't get to do the event last year. It's always a huge event there in Dublin, Virginia. Jimmy Valiant's going to have his retirement match right there. He makes his home very close to Dublin in Shawsville, Virginia. He had planned on having his last match last Christmas. Things didn't work out, so he's going to do it right there in his backyard in Dublin this coming Saturday night at the New River Valley Fair. And as his career ends, a new career begins. A young lady that's been training with my friend Dr. Tom Pritchard down there at the Jacobs Pritchard Wrestling Academy, Katie Gannon, will have her very first professional match this coming Saturday night. And Katie's got a few words for everybody about her first professional wrestling match.
Hi, my name is Katie Gannon, and on July 31st, I will be having my debut match at the New River Valley Fair. I look forward to meeting so many new people and wrestlers and showing everybody what I can do in the ring. That night against Jen Jen, I know she's a great wrestler, and I know she will be giving me her all. But with all you good people behind me, there is no way I can lose. So I'll be seeing everybody July 31st. Bye.
There you heard from Katie Gannon, who is very excited to make her first step into professional wrestling this Saturday night at the New River Valley Fair there in Dublin, Virginia. You know, women's wrestling has always been a big part of professional wrestling here in this part of the world, all the way back to Cora Combs and Sarah Lee and Joanne Phillips, up to Sherry Martell and Debbie Combs. And let's take a look now at 2002 from July TVs from 2002, Southern States Wrestling. Brandy Alexander, one of the most popular wrestlers in this region at the time, as she was getting ready to wrestle her hero, Sherry Martell. So let's take a special look from July 2002 at Brandy Alexander.
Sherry Martell is one of the reasons why I got into this business, and I've never had a opportunity to meet her. I've watched her since I was a kid, watched all of her matches, I respect all of her work. I'm a little starstruck now, but come July 17th, I will not be starstruck. Once I hit that ring, it's going to be all business. I'm going to walk in, the U.S. champion. I'm going to walk out, the U.S. champion.
And they don't hold anything back. Nicole Starr shooting Brandy Alexander across the ring. Alexander decks that clothesline, goes for a body press. I tell you what, Alexander with a beautiful drop kick to the chest of Nicole Starr. Alexander's after Starr. There's a chop. There's another chop by Nicole Starr. Now Brandy Alexander is shot across the ring. She moves out of the way. Nicole Starr was celebrating. Brandy moves in. It's going to be a suplex. Oh, I tell you what, she took her high on that one. She covers Nicole Starr. There's a 2 count by Tim Hurd. And I tell you what, Brandy Alexander's ready to go. Brandy Alexander with a right hand to the side of the face of Nicole Starr. Brandy Alexander is ready to move in on Nicole Starr. Let me tell you something, this Nicole Starr is beautiful too. And she knows what she's doing. There's a kick to the side of the face. There's a 2 count. Nicole Starr kicked out after that big savant kick to the side of the face. Now Brandy Alexander with a clothesline on Nicole Starr. Brandy goes for a cover, gets a 2 count. She argues with Tim Hurd, says it's a 3 count. Tim says no, it's a 2. Brandy Alexander with a forearm to the side of the face, a second forearm, but Nicole Starr goes to the eyes of Brandy Alexander. Nicole Starr, she's very accomplished, knows what she's doing, and I tell you, it's excitement. The Duke has grabbed Brandy Alexander. Nicole Starr comes off, and Brandy Alexander moves out of the way in a schoolboy roll-up. And the winner of the fall of the match, Miss Brandy Alexander over Nicole Starr. Brandy won the belt recently in Bristol, and now Brandy Alexander's got the chance to win it back tonight, Joe. There's a beautiful monkey flip out of the corner.
Ladies U.S. title on the line here as Brandy Alexander's got Brandy Wine in a backslide right there. And now Brandy Alexander with an inside cradle on Brandy Wine. And I tell you what, we've got two girls in here mixing it up toe-to-toe right from the opening bell here. You got to love this action. Oh, hip toss takeover there by Brandy Alexander and a drop kick by Brandy Alexander. The crowd here in Kingsport rallying behind her as Brandy Alexander now moving in with a hard shot, Irish whip into the ropes, caught her with a back elbow right there as Alexander now, you can feel the momentum turning. You can feel things going her way. Alexander right there with a belly-to-back suplex on Brandy Wine. She may have turned the corner, Mike.
Well, I tell you what, Brandy Alexander in for the pin. She gets a 2 count. This Brandy Alexander, she's got the fire and the momentum going her way. She's going for a double-arm suplex right here. There it is, Joe.
Hit that one picture perfect. Referee's in and only got that 2 count before Brandy Wine was able to kick up out of that once again. Brandy Alexander in control. Hard chop to the chest there. Got Brandy Alexander on Brandy Wine. And I'll tell you what, these ladies really going at it, throwing it all out here for the U.S. title tonight here, part of the 3rd annual Mark Curtis Memorial.
He shoots Brandy Alexander. No, I thought she was going to shoot her across the ropes, but she hits her with a forearm. Now, Brandy Alexander reverses the Irish whip across the ring, and now it could be all Brandy Alexander, Joe.
No doubt about that. Duke made a trip there, but I don't think that was who he intended. No question about that. Brandy Wine joined with him now as Brandy Alexander's stalking her, and she got her right there. Sidewalk slam. She's got her rolled up. This could do it, and it has. We've got a new ladies champion here, Mike.
Brandy Alexander won the ladies U.S. belt back at Southern States Wrestling tonight.
Come July 17th, I will not be starstruck. Once I hit that ring, it's going to be all business. I'm going to walk in, the U.S. champion, I'm going to walk out, the U.S. champion.
There you saw a special look at Brandy Alexander from July 2002. A couple of big wins she had earlier in that year against Nicole Starr and Brandy Wine. At that time, she was the reigning U.S. Ladies Champion, getting ready for her hero to come to town, Sherry Martel. You can watch their entire feud and everything that unfolds on the Southern States Wrestling Network as you start right now. New subscribers, start your free 7-day trial. Then it's only $4.99 a month. I hope you've enjoyed this week's program. Next episode, we're going to show you some highlights from Gray over there at the block party. We may show you some highlights from the New River Valley Fair. We're going to bring you some more classic Southern States wrestling action and let you know what's new on the Southern States Wrestling Network. Thank you for spending some time with us this week. Thank you for spending time with us whenever you may do it. God bless each and every one of you.